time together. I just want to make sure everyone walks away happy.
All right, I will have an official question. All right, we were just talking earlier about the roller skating party.
Yes.
And back in the day, my family was in South Jersey, so I drove to Philly overnight just so I could be there. So are you ever going to have another roller skating party again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
The when and the where and the how, I can't answer that. But we had like
we'll probably go through the South next time.
Well, yeah, we would take a different route, but try and hit the same amount of cities.
Back to Philly.
We did the 70. We're going to hit up the 40 or the 10 next time.
Okay.
But we might honestly, like, I don't know. We'd have to see what it really becomes. It's nowhere near saying anything about it, but we definitely talked about what was good and bad and how to make it even better, make it more meaningful, hit more places.
Yeah.
And still make it as positive an event.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best thing. 10 cities, up to 1,000 people. Except in New York, where we had 2,500 people at that last event. It was a free event. It was all ages. There wasn't a single incident. You know what I mean? Except for one guy who passed out because there was no air conditioning. But we went and saw him on the journey, and he was in a good mood. Took pictures and posted them on the Facebook.
Nice. What's your time split like right now between developing detours and working on Robot Chicken and then trying to do other stuff?
I mean, my time split is crazy. It's crazy. It's metric.
Yeah.
I can't really speak to how much time detours takes. I guess. I don't know. We're busy on a lot of stuff. We're developing a lot of stuff. We sold a couple pilots through the studio, so we're working in a couple different directions.
Awesome.
We're developing some live action stuff. It's a good time. We've just got. We realize that if you just get your friends together and continue to push each other to become more excellent, and always make stuff, that's satisfying. You know what I mean? You don't have to be chasing anybody else's thing or competing with anybody else in the marketplace. Just make the stuff that really means something to you, and get all the people who feel the same way, and you'll put something out that people enjoy watching.
So with Robot Chicken, would you do a Whedonverse special?
Oh my gosh, we would be delighted to.
That would make me really happy.
A lot of people.
Yeah, oh my gosh, isn't he awesome?
Yeah.
Josh came and did something for us this season. I guess I can talk about that. He's in our season finale.
Nice.
Cabin in the Woods spoof.
Hasn't he been in your season finale for like the last several seasons? Yeah.
No.
So?
The thing. No.
I
The thing he did
remember
with
specifically Zombie Joss Whedon.
That's this season.
I remember last season. Yes, that happened.
No.
Yes,
I
totally.
promise. We've just been talking about it for so long because we shoot it so far in advance. I promise. I've got the photos to prove it.
Now it's going to be a thing. Every season has to have Zombie Joss Whedon.
Yeah. Just get him to come in and record loads of groans and moans, then drop him in every season, just use all the voice.
I did have to direct him to give me some guttural groans, and I was like, a little more emphasis, buddy.
He should have just said "gur arg."
Well, I don't.
Or is that one? Well, he did.
Why don't you watch it? This is why nobody talks about anything anymore.
One of the things that I love about the two of you as a couple is that you are both like really awesome geeks in your own right. You do a lot of independent projects, but you also star in each other's stuff, which is really cool. I was wondering if you'd tell us a little bit about the type of geeky things that you guys like to do together. Like, are there any games that you like to play together? Any comics you like to talk about and read together?
I'm the gamer, so he's really nice and lets me play video games whenever I want. He just sits and watches.
I really enjoy watching the storylines unfold without having it to provide any of the competitive
Any of the input, yeah.
I just get to sit and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Oh, go up there.
So you're a backseat gamer.
Am I? Do I ever get in the way?
No, he never gets in the way. But it is nice to have someone who lets me play video games.
What was you playing? What was that? Darksiders?
Oh, Darksiders 2.
Some good advice how to get through that.
That was good. That game was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
You don't like tag team on the Lego games and stuff?
No. I mean, we're a good team. I mean, all that.
We both, together, we're into collectibles. So we do toy hunting together. I love statues and maquettes.
I know a lot of people that make that stuff.
Wait, you like toys?
Yeah, I figured that.
First time I met you was actually at Toy Tokyo down in St. Mark's
like
ages
that
ago. And we're sitting there we're talking about Godzilla stuff. I mean, if we bullshitted for like a good 45 minutes to an hour, just like milling around the toy store.
Yeah.
We try to hit Toy Tokyo every time we come into town.
Yeah.
I don't even know where it is now.
It's the same place.
Yeah,
But
lives in the same place.
But they don't have the upstairs thing.
Oh, is that what it is?
He's got a big booth here as well.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Lev's got a booth.
Oh, that's cool.
If you come in from that side,
It's
come
a
in,
cool
and he's
shop.
in there.
It's like double wide in the back.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of, I think it's Trans-Rosie, not
We have
Zeta
every
in the
blind
window.
box ever made. So nice.
Not far.
I'm just curious, what's your favorite part about putting together the different episodes for Robot Chicken?
Well, gosh, that's hard actually, because the whole process is kind of what I'm most addicted to. I think from somebody coming up with something, somebody writing something, to us figuring out what it looks like and what puppets we're going to use, and deciding what the set's going to be and how it'll all work, and the shooting it, and then you get the final thing and you show it to people, and you wait for that reaction, like you wait for that exact reaction that you were scientifically trying to mix to get to when it works. That's my favorite.
He has the most fun directing the voiceover sessions, though. It's like the one thing that even if he like passes off the torch to somebody else to handle, he's like, I gotta be there for the voice records.
I like actors.
That's good. So check it out.
Obviously, no stop motion is very, time-intensive process. Has there ever been like a time on the show when you've been like putting together a sketch and just everything fell apart in like an epically horrendous way?
Well, first season, episode 7, we had something like 240 storyboard frames, and our animators were like, you can't physically do this. You can't physically do it. And poor Matt, I was in Hungary making a movie and doing all my work in my other hours. It was crazy because the time just worked out that way, where LA woke up while I was supposed to be sleeping, but instead I just worked through the night on Robot. And Matt called me right when I was supposed to be going to bed and said, we are in the thick of it, and the animators are revolting, and we have to figure out how to solve this, because I don't think we're going to be able to make the show anymore. And so we just, you work it out. We didn't know anything about stop motion when we started making the shows. We all know about the job. And you don't realize how important communication is, and how important somebody just saying, hey, I don't know if that's possible early on, so everyone can go, oh, okay, well, we don't have to do that. Let's figure out a productive way to solve that problem, So now that we've made 100 episodes and a couple of specials, now we all really understand how important those things are. I think that's why this season's been the best we've ever had. It just feels so good on the inside, and I feel like anyone that watches it can tell when it's made with love and you're having a good time.
Are there any licenses that you've really wanted to use but haven't had the opportunity to?
I mean, that's all. We throw that to the writers at the beginning of every season. We put up any property that we can think of that we haven't touched on, and even some that we have. And we just say, like, what do you think about all this stuff? Because when we get new writers, they have different experiences, different interpretations of the same stuff. So
you can do a load of Mass Effect spoofs as well.
Gosh, I wish somebody would come in and have played that game enough that they would write a sketch about it, but nobody's written that sketch yet. I put it out there every season.
You get some really good talent for it, I'm sure.
You can write that sketch.
Me?
Yeah.
I wish I was a writer. That'd be awesome. Life would be easier.
That's
I've played Mass Effect 2 9
Writer
times.
is going to say to you that their life is easier by having chosen to do that. Would you say you played the same game?
I've played Mass Effect 2 all the way through 9 times.
Oh, yeah. Is it different every time?
Yeah. I made different choices and everything, but FemShep all but once. I don't know why. I just like the story of Mass Effect better with a female shepherd.
It's Jen Hale.
I came
And
home
she's
when
also,
we got to
yeah.
the end of Mass Effect 3. I was getting home from being out with my friends. And he was like,
All the goodbyes, and I'm sitting there like wiping away tears. I'm like,
that.
come say goodbye.
People play that game. We have a weirdly intimate relationship, even though I haven't been a part of us acquiring that intimacy. Like, it's really funny. People that have played that game, it's like, you put me through some really traumatic stuff, man. And I'm like, oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. I was just so happy to see Joker walk off of that. I couldn't. Hey, you guys have obviously done some pretty crazy things and some wildly offensive things in glorious ways. Has anything ever gotten you any backlash? Have you ever heard from license holders that have been like, how the hell could you do that to Rainbow Bright?
Usually the sensitivity is predictive. Like people in advance say, oh, there's probably going to be some sensitivity about this, but we haven't had any actual people come back at us. Usually because even when we make kind of off-color comments, it's always true, and it's always so silly that you really shouldn't get angry about it. You just have to go, oh, that, yeah. It's like the folly of life. That's
the one that made me got slightly was when you did Fozzie doing the Aristocrats. And I was like,
So you didn't even tell the joke.
But then you did Muppet Babies, and I was just like, oh, brilliant.
So what's your next big special? Since you've done Star Wars and you've also just done DC, are you going to do the Phoenix Saga or
Phoenix? Gosh, I'd love that. I don't know. I mean, we keep kicking around a Marvel idea. It all depends. DC worked really well, and we had so much fun that while we were writing it, we were like, oh man, we have more than enough material to write a second one. And then when we put the first one together and we talked about actually making a second one, we thought we would just abandon all that and tell a completely different story because we had so much fun. So we might honestly do that, make a second DC before we do anything else. I'm not saying that's for sure, like you couldn't quote me as saying that we're going to make a second DC. But that is definitely right on the forefront of our brains. So I would assume, my guess is that we would do that before we did something else.
Zeb isn't pushing to do Marvel after he did his Marvel stuff?
I saw Joe Quesada today. I made sure to remind him that we would love to do something fun with Marvel.
I'm pushing for Marvel.
But we
Marvel's my favorite.
Says the girl wearing the bat necklace and the Batman gloves.
Batman.
Batman's.
Batman's.
If you did get a hold of the Marvel, what would be the first thing that you would want to see filmed?
I don't know. I always leave that to the writers. Like the less we know going into writing one of those things, the funnier it usually becomes. But we have a bunch of Avengers sketches coming up on this season that I'm really excited for you guys to see. So.
Nice.
So you'll get some Marvel in there.
Great, thanks guys.
Thanks guys.
Thanks so much.